And nevertheless, it's just going to be same old things coming from the 4.2 patch.
So Saigon Jokers dropping an early ward at the entrance towards the race side of the jungle, making sure that there are no early game shenanigans coming from Bangkok Titans. I think this is very smart from Saigon Jokers. They know that they are the better team coming to this, so let's just play defensively a bit, let's just keep our game a little tighter, make sure nothing happens, and they should take the game from there.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, safety here starting off at his blue buff, and on the side of the Bangkok Titans, Warlock as well going for his blue buff. So they're going to do like a blue to red kind of jungle pathing, and most likely pressure either the mid lane or the bot lane if you're the Bangkok Titans, and if you're the Saigon Jokers, you might want to snowball QTV to an early lead, because that's one of the tactics that they've actually been using to kind of allow QTV on his lead scene to get ahead most of the other top laners. We saw a little bit of back and forth going there from the top laners as well as the mid laners, and look at BKT, BKT in the bot lane, NDD as well as Lloyd actually shoving the lane quite aggressively. So here we have the Ziggs as well as Fizz sorry, not bot lane, but mid lane matchup. What do you think about that mid lane matchup, J-Storm?
Well, Fizz doesn't really have the best early game, but as he starts to get to about level 3 and he starts to get his full set of skill sets, when he can start dodging the bouncing bomb, it creates a lot of kill potential in the mid lane if safety were to come for a gank.
Yeah, I really like the item pickups coming in from Lovida. He does pick up the crystalline flask as well as a few health potions, and that should help him sustain in lane quite a bit to kind of deny or at least heal back some of the poke coming in from Intrezo.
Well, just look at the QTV on the Lee Sin, already taking an early CS lead. Usually we know Renekton to be this very strong lane bully in lane, as he just goes around and uses the counter meek to push his opponents out as well as to do damage, as you see Ruthless Predator getting popped onto QTV, but he just doesn't take, he just shrugs off the damage.
Yeah, we did see Warlock make a roam down into the bot lane, patiently camping there. He might decide to visit it once more. In the top lane, however, Kaiser taking down quite low there in the top lane. He does have the counter meek and should be able to kind of sustain back up. Safety waiting on the wings, does not get spotted out by any ward. A pause comes in, but I just want to kind of comment, if safety decides to go in now, Warlock may be in position to go in for a counter gank, and this could turn out to be the early first blood 3 minutes in the game.
Well, while Java might have a stronger ganking skill set than Kha'Zix coming into this, I would feel that the advantage might come in the favor of Saigon Jokers in this case. If Archie can hold on to the boomerang blade, wait for Junie to drop the stun, clear the creep wave, and get the full damage of both boomerang blade procs onto the opponents, they should be able to come out ahead and engage as play resumes in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, let's take a look. Safety now camping in the bottom side river brush, and he's just patiently waiting there. Warlock now rotating towards the mid lane, so if safety gets a clean gank, he does show himself. Let's see if anything is going to happen. Junie does get slowed by the Malphite slow there, and he will not be able to kind of engage it. The seismic shard being used just to kind of stop Junie in his tracks.
Nonetheless, Kaiser will be happy to see that safety has been spotted at bottom lane. It means that he's got about a minute or so to be able to really push out QTV and the top lane.
Yeah, that's right. Lovida and Trezor here trading it out in the mid lane. The initiate from a level 3 Leona is actually quite scary, going with the Zenith Blade as well as the stun. And on top of that, that bonus armor as well as magic resistance will allow Leona, or at least Junie, to be quite tanky coming into the bot lane. Warlock does get spotted out by the ward. Safety here, trying to go in, gets the isolation damage. Warlock taken down very low, will have to flag spear and flash away. So safety meeting Warlock in his own territory, and Warlock there forcing the flash. The Zenith Blade goes down onto Lloyd. Lloyd takes a little bit of damage, but Junie taken down quite low. Lloyd actually uses the flash to close the distance, however, but Junie is not going to get taken down. The boomerang blade will come out. Lloyd forced to pop the barrier. NDD taken down quite low as well. Archie and Junie, everyone in the bot lane now at about half health.
You know, I love the way Archie played that one out. He actually waited for the essence shifts to come in from Lloyd. Just look at that excellent use of mechanics there. He waited and baited the essence shifts out. The moment Astro's essence shifts came out, then he threw the boomerang blade so that Lloyd would not be able to outplay him using the essence shifts to dodge the boomerang blade.
Yeah, that's right. That's a very good timing coming in from Archie as well, or Archie's boomerang blade. So now we see some of the relic shield mechanics being put into play, because we saw that Junior actually pick up 2 of the creeps and allow Archie to kind of sustain back some of his HP.
So looking at the mid lane, this is actually what we were talking about earlier. Fizz, as he starts to get levels, he actually will start to pull ahead of his lane opponent Ziggs in this case. As now Fizz actually goes back and picks up two the run strings. Oh wait, he undid that, and he'll be picking up a ward instead of the boots there.
Yeah, that's right. The early vision control coming out. I mean, you were kind of talking a little bit about it earlier, and it's not only going to spot out the jungle pathing, since both Warlock as well as Safety will be trying to gank as much as possible, but in the mid game it's going to be, wow, look at what just happened in the bot lane. We missed it a little bit. That first blood goes out to Archie. Warlock coming in, will they get a counter gank off? Not the case. So first blood will be awarded to Sivir in the bot lane. That's going to give him such a huge lane advantage once you go back to pick up some of the AD items. Boomerang blade is going to just clear the waves, and if it hits you, it's going to chunk you for a whole lot of damage.
Now, usually people say that Sivir isn't really that great in the early lane phase, but as of late, what a lot of pro players have been showing us is that with the correct mechanics, if you wait for the right timings, your boomerang blade can go in, and the amount of damage it just does is obscene.
Yeah, that's right. So now with this early advantage coming into the bot lane for the Saigon Jokers, we see both Archie as well as Junior pick up some of their core items. Archie has picked up the BF sword, and at the same time Junior has gone and opted for the early Sightstone. So that's going to give SAJ a whole bunch of vision control, and let's kind of take a look and take stock at how the lanes are going, Jason.
So looking at the top lane is currently dead, even as QTV takes a whole chunk of damage and it comes in and he successfully disengages.
Oh, that's right. Kaiser still not allowing QTV to safely farm in the top lane. QTV now has to kind of back off a little bit because Kaiser is kind of asserting his dominance, and it does seem that SAJ will be confident enough to go for a dragon attempt.
Wow, this is brilliant.
Game.
This is just brilliant from Saigon Jokers. They knew that their opponents will be going for the blue buff, so they just move into dragon and they pick up the dragon for themselves.
Yeah, NDD does put down a ward, spots out the dragon. At least Bangkok Titans gets the dragon timer, but this does increase the gold lead of the Saigon Jokers to about 13,000 gold. 1,300 gold, sorry.
So this is the giant danger of letting your opponents know where you started in the jungle and letting your opponent know where your jungle is. So Saigon Jokers, they knew where their opponent's jungle was, and they decided they just made the call for a dragon. And this was the excellent communication that we have been seeing from Saigon Jokers so far this season. Very, very decisive calls. They knew that their opponent's jungler would be a blue, so they said, let's take dragon. And
oh, Safety here, trying to deal with NDD. Now we have on the hunt being popped, the Zenith Blade being flashed away. Now Safety takes quite a bit of damage. NDD still here, being a tanky Malphite. Lloyd snipes Safety using the arcane, the ultimate on Ezreal, but Luvita joins in the fight, gets a kill onto Ziggs. Now NDD is in a bunch of trouble. Lloyd needs to get away, gets stunned up, does have his arcane shield. The flash is still not up yet, eats a bit of the boomerang blade and just takes a few shots. Archie takes a few shots due to the mystic shots coming out from Lloyd. I'm sorry. So much action happening. SAJ come out the winners of that fight. They do not get a red buff, I believe, and they have that lead in terms of kills 2-1.
I actually feel that was BKT actually showing some of the mistakes. It was actually, as we move into the replay of what happens in the fight, So let's take a look at what happens here. So we see actually safety going into the jungle, trying to still make a play onto the opponent's break buff, but already in Trezor and NDD are in place to deal with this. So I think what's important here is to see Lloyd's movement and in Trezor's movement. In Trezor's moving in and he's moving out. He doesn't really know where to go or not. So this is Bangkok Titans having some communication issues. So now Trezor backs off and he runs into Lovida instead as BKT Lloyd picks up safety with the ultimate, and now Trezor comes in here, but it's too late. Lovida comes in, flashes over the wall, and the Solvi comes in to just make sure that the kill is locked up. And that's one, and he comes in with the second kill. So I felt that BKT at this point of time, they're kind of like, let's move forward, let's move back, let's go forward, let's go back. Hang on, let's consult the Helix fossil and then let's go back and decide whether we're gonna fight or not.
I don't know if they should be consulting the Helix fossil, especially when a team fight happens. And as you were looking at the replay, down in the bottom half of the screen, when the little tiny window, we actually saw QTV and Safety pick up a kill. Now we do have the Zenith Blade going on to Lloyd, but Warlock is there for the counter gang. RG gets trapped up in the Cataclysm. The Great Solar Fly actually manages to stun both the teams, but I don't think RG will be getting away from this one. Now Judy is alone, he needs to get away. The red buffs will be taking the flash coming out for Warlock a little bit too early. Judy counter flashes and survives that fight, picks up 40 gold for himself from those minions. Now Safety making rotation now, as well as Lovida. Lovida will be forced to use the playful tricks to get away from this one. SAJ does not come out with any kills in that one. They did get a kill in the top lane, however, so I feel that that was a 1-for-1 trade, top lane for bottom lane kill.
So well played down there by Warlock, making things happen for his team and picking up some kills to start things getting going for his team. As we look at the top lane now, actually Kaiser being completely beat down by QTV. So this is what I was talking about. Both of them picking up Tiamat as QTV dropped extremely low under the tower.
Wow, that was an insane burst combination coming out from Kaiser. We saw QTV at about 3/4 health, and then the full rotation on top of the Tiamat that just chunked QTV down to less than half HP. So now the battle of the bruises again in the top lane. Kaiser taken out extremely low. Will QTV be able to do it? And one Haya to the face, and there you go. Kaiser just goes down.
So Dragon's Rage, one kick straight to the face, and you have a dead Crocodile. 92 to 84 CS, one kill and one assist to 2 deaths. As the Mega Inferno Bomb comes in the top lane and doesn't really pick up QTV.
That's right, Lovida now actually is the one in the lane to be zoning out in Trezor. Trezor still has that amazing amount of long range wave clear. Warlock now saying that, hey QTV, you're low, you better not mess with me. I'm a full health jungler. Java the 4th will try to chase you away from the lane, but Lovida making the rotation up now into the top lane, as well as Safety going there for some backup. So Warlock really needs to be careful.
Now this is the really scary thing about Saigon Jokers Assassin combination as a 5
yeah, there we go. QTV actually taking a little bit of the turret shot. He actually manages to escape using the shield from the safeguard. Wow, that was so close. The Arcane Barrage nearly sniping out QTV, but great power juggling presence there. We saw QTV the first one to actually get the turret aggro. He was so low and yet so brave. He knew he could get out with the safeguard.
So this is where Saigon Jokers team composition starts to get really scary as they start to pick up power items. They can move under any tower, and if you're alone under a tower, the tower is not enough to save you. They can just move in there, burst it down, and simply pick up the kill for themselves.
Yeah, now Archie alone in the bot lane, getting pressured away by the bottom lane duo of Lloyd and NDD. I don't know if he wants to stick around because NDD does have the unstoppable force, and I believe once Lloyd has his ultimate up, is gonna just completely destroy using the true shot barrage into the unstoppable force combination. That amount of burst damage is gonna be quite scary.
But let's not forget Silver does have a spell shield. And the thing about Malphite is that Malphite doesn't really have a lot of spells that cancel the spell shield. The time it takes for the wheel to roll and hit someone is just too long. So what Archie is going to do is he's just going to wait for the stop animation of Malphite's unstoppable force and just hit the spell shield the moment she sees that coming.
Yeah, that's a very good plan. I mean, Archie is rather comfortable on the Sivir pick. And we saw yesterday, I believe, Garnet Devil pulling off some clutch spell shields on Silver, or was it on Wednesday? One of the days that he played Silver. That was an amazing game to watch.
I believe that was against the Saigon Jokers themselves. When Saigon Jokers was picking the poor composition, we spear that the
Wow, look at the damage coming on to Kaiser. QTV really asserting the dominance of the top lane. This top lane turret is not going to survive for very long. Kaiser, using his crocodile senses, does decide to back off because he can't really ascertain where Lovita as well as Safety is. They are both rotating towards the bot lane. They really want to pick up a kill onto NDD as well as Lloyd. Dragon has now respawned, and we may see SAJ decide to move in, or actually Safety doing the Dragon himself, using the isolation damage to his favor.
I actually have to question the choice of Tiamat on Renekton in this case. Usually when you are behind your opponent, you want to defer in the type of build. I mean, if you know that your opponent is mechanically better than you, you want to defer in the type of build you are going for. If you go for damage...
There we go, Unstoppable Force comes out to Junie on the hunt, is being popped by Archie. So off that will miss. And now we have Warlock in the backlines. Warlock taken out extremely low. NDD will be the next one to fall. Lloyd actually tried to stay there to pick up a kill onto Safety. NDD still barely alive, however, but we see the flash coming out from Lloyd. Great reactions. Will Lovita decide to dive in? Yes, he does. The Boomerang Blade will miss. Ziggs will use the Mega Inferno Bomb. No kills just yet. Lloyd will go down. Will RGHP take it down? The barrier comes out to save his life, and the turret goes down as well. SAJ pick up a 3 for nothing in the bot lane. The Dragon as well as the turret.
Excellently
wow, Lovita now trying to deal out with Intrezo. Intrezo, will he be able to get a kill? Neither of them have the ultimates. A great play for Trickster. Overload wow, will save him from his life. Now they go back to farming in the mid lane.
So a little bit of disrespect from Lovita. They're simply choosing to walk through Intrezo, use the urging strike to go past him and play for Trickster out of the way. But nonetheless, I felt that that fireball thing was simply Saigon Jokers having the better communication than their opponents. They knew where their opponents would be when Jarvan used his Cataclysm side. In fact, we actually saw Junie using Xanavid to get into the fighting pit so that they could pick up the Warlock Q and reduce the total damage output coming from Bangkok Titans before turning the fight around in their favor.
Yeah, I have to remind you something, Jason. The previous game SAJ played against ISG, it was a 18-minute game. This game, however, it seems to be going in a completely different direction.
Well, nonetheless, Saigon Jokers, they have picked up a large lead for themselves, a total of 8,000 gold, and it is hitting the 16-minute mark, so I do not think they will be breaking that record, but nonetheless...
Whoa, needs to be careful from this one. Will he be able to get away? Oh my goodness, such a long range Sonic Wave resonating strike combo into the Dragon's Rage kick. Kaiser will get taken down as well. How far did QTV fly from that one? The flash as well as the Martian Standard into Dragon Lance combo, the flag and drag as some people call it. That was... the timing on that Sonic Wave was just perfect.
You know, whenever people pull off these kind of stunts with BC, it makes me kind of question when people tell me that he's a blind monk. The ability to flash forward and find these kind of kicks from so far away, it was just amazing by QTV. I mean, before the game, we were talking about how good QTV was on that Lee Sin and how he has been playing him in the top lane and wrecking people's face completely as Lloyd gets hit by the Zenith Blade.
Yeah, Warlock is coming to the bot lane, the on the hunt is being popped, and a great spell shoot coming from Archie actually completely prevents the knockup. The Cataclysm comes out to duty, but Archie is still there to deal out the damage. NDD needs to be careful. Now Safety joining in the backline, puts down a ward. Will he go in, gets the one kill onto Lloyd. Now we do have Archie pick up the kill onto NDD. Warlock needs to be careful. Double kill in the bot lane. We did see Lovita actually join the fight, but no assist for him. And now in the top lane, QTV dealing out with Kaiser. He is a whole item up on Kaiser. He has the Ravenous Hydra and just completely ignoring Kaiser's presence in the top lane. SAJ just really wants to close this game out as fast as possible. QTB takes a little bit too many turret shots and he's still staying in the top lane. He's not afraid of Kaiser at all.
Well, Saigon Jokers still has about a minute plus if they want to break the record that they set against ISG. But I wouldn't really count Bangkok Titans out of this game yet. As
and there we have QTV actually using the Dragon's Rage to actually push Kaiser back away from that one. The Ignite starts to take, but QTV survives with about 120 HP. He's most likely going to get away from this one. Does safeguard away just to be sure. Lloyd does not have his true shot barrage up, so he won't be able to snipe out QTV from the distance. In the meantime, SAJ Lovita there decides to pick up the turret goal for himself.
What I was saying is that Bangkok Titans, they have kind of a wombo combo team composition coming in. They have the Unstoppable Force that can stop the initiate, Cataclysm to follow up, followed by Mega Inferno Bomb and True Shot Barrage coming from Astro. So if they can actually find all these, if they can actually find SAJ clumped up together unnecessarily and catch like 3 or 4 champions of them with this wombo combo, they might actually still be able to turn some fights around in their favor.
Yeah, that rotation down in the bottom lane actually from SAJ. I know BKT has a few spells to actually travel across the map, but nevertheless, look at the vision. Some of the wards have already expired in the bottom half of the map, and it's no wonder SAJ has so much confidence in rotating down to the bottom half of the map and picking up those 3 clean kills in the bot lane. Wow, Boomerang Blade nearly stealing out the blue buff. Smart play there by BKT to try to pull it away. Archie nearly got a free blue buff for himself. So now with a little bit of downtime, like you said, BKT really needs to do something. There are so many core items behind SAJ. Look at the items. J-Storm, I mean, a Lich Bane on Lovita, the Black Cleaver already completed on QTV. That's definitely not a good sign.
The most telling one is actually the Kha'Zix. He's got Brutalizer, Last Whisper, and the Spirit of the Lizard Elder. Kha'Zix is always the most, whenever you play a Kha'Zix composition, it's always about getting these items up. The moment Kha'Zix gets these items up,
takes a little bit too much damage from Baron. He needs to get out of that one. Whoa! He does get slain by the Baron, however. But in Trezor, they're nearly picking up the kill onto Safety. And now a great stun, the Zenith Blade combo, and now Trezor gets chunked out extremely low. He's not going to survive from that one. Archie uses on the hunt, will not be able to escape the Cataclysm. The Unstoppable Force comes in as well. Now Archie taking out very low. A great all attack and Tiamat cleave coming out from Kaiser, but Kaiser's going to go down to the shock bait. Gonna get eaten up by Fizz. Lovita here gets a double kill right outside the Baron pit, and QTV is on a killing spree.
wow, just wow. Bangkok Titans, they found the engage that they wanted. Saigon Jokers, they were already 1 man down when the fight started. I mean, Safety, I have no idea what he was doing in Baron. He went down there and Baron kind of like threw those great speedballs and took him down. And after that, BKT found him out.
Oh, QTV really wanted to get Lloyd there on that Sonic Wave strike. He did have his Dragon's Rage though, so I didn't know what he was trying to accomplish with that deep ward. That maybe they knew that they would get the turret, so just a great deep ward to kind of spot out Bangkok Titans positioning. Really early Baron, and in the early stage of the game, Baron's gonna deal a lot of damage to these low level champions.
Definitely, those green spitballs just deal so much damage. But what I was talking about is that the amount of damage Kha'Zix has with that brutalizer, it gives you flat armor penetration. Last Whisper gives you percentage-based armor penetration, and the Spirit Lizard out of the amount of damage Kha'Zix has, he's able to burst down practically anyone on the opponent team at this point of time. And this is when it gets really scary, because if Kha'Zix comes in from the back, he's gonna pick off your two major carries and get those restats on the rest of the team.
So my question now to you, J-Storm, you were completely unimpressed by safety as before this game started. What do you think about his performance for this game?
I thought it was still kind of, it's still a little sloppy. I mean, it was impressive, the fact that he is going 2-4, but he has still made a little sloppy plays. Like we actually saw that invade in the opponent's jungle. Although the fight turned out in their favor, I actually felt it was a mistake coming in from Saigon Jokers, overextending in their opponents into the opponent's area, and then that call for Baron, that was very, very questionable coming in from safety.
I see. It might have been a team call though, so we can't really blame safety all too much. I feel that, you know, he did perform decently well in this game. He is playing the carry role, in which you kind of doubted him a bit, and I feel that he has made pretty good rotation and has gotten a few clean kills. I mean, look at safety 5, 2, and 4. I have to mention Lovida's rotations have been spectacular. He's 4, 0, and 3. Already has the death cap and the Lich Bane compared to Intrezo, with only the Athene's Unholy Grail as well as that Haunting Guys. So it's going to be quite worrisome for the Bangkok Titans. I don't think they'll be able to pull off a miracle onto this one. I mean, their gold deficit is at about 16,000 gold at this point in 22 minutes in the game.
Actually, I find the inclusion of Lovida in the Saigon Jokers team allows them to versus.
Whoa, we do have an initiate coming out. Warlock gets chomped up by the Sharks. NDD gets taken out extremely low. Doesn't even use his unstoppable force on any of the members at all. 2 kills given to SAJ, and SAJ has a 2-man advantage. They will either decide to posture for Baron. It does seem like that's the case. I believe with this such a huge goalie, they should just be going for the Nexus turrets now. They don't really need the Baron.
Well, apparently safety wants to prove that he's the better jungler. He made a few mistakes, so I'm saying that I want to outsmite you at Baron right now. So they're going for the Baron, and Warlock isn't even in place to contest for that steal.
Yeah, that's right. In that time though, BKT makes the right call to actually push up into the mid lane. Now Warlock here will get caught out of it. Let's see if QTV manages to land that Sonic Wave. Sonic Wave onto the Wolf, gets the Tempest as well as the Cripple. Now Warlock is getting slowed. QTV should be able to get a solo kill onto this one. Archie actually gets a chunk of damage using the Boomerang blade, and QTV just finishes it with style points using the Dragon's Rage ultimate.
At this point of time, Saigon Jokers is almost 20,000 gold on top of BKT. That is almost, I would say it's insurmountable. I would like to say it is
Lovida against Kaiser now actually uses the Playful Trickster, doesn't get that splash damage. Wow, look at Kaiser taken down to half health from the one combination. He actually misses his sharp bait there using the Chomp the Waters and completely missing. Kaiser actually flashing away Lovida as well, playing around with that Crocodile here. He's basically waiting for the Dominus ultimate to actually cool down, and then the Playful Trickster misses once more. Lovida will get killed there by Kaiser 1-on-1. Kaiser gets the shutdown goal. SAJ here not taking this game all too seriously, and now Kaiser will get caught out. Archie taking a whole bunch of damage. Unstoppable Force knocks up 3 people, and now SAJ are actually on the back foot. No, they are not. Archie is still alive. He gets taken down. Now it's Junie against Lloyd. Lloyd pops the Baron. Junie is forced to run away, and here they actually wasted already 3 Baron Mouse. Will Junie decide to go back in onto this one? Will he actually get a kill onto Lloyd? Yes, he does! Junie is actually 1 level ahead on Lloyd, and then the splash damage or the magic damage coming out from his Sunlight, they're actually dealing so much damage, getting the execute onto, who was it? Lloyd. The eclipse damage, too much for Lloyd to handle.
3-0 and 16 on Juni's Leona. I'm personally a Juni fan, and I feel that, well, I mean, it might be against the Bangkok Titans, but I feel that this scoreline would definitely go a long way to help him earn the MVP, the support MVP title in this GPL.
I don't know, a lot of impressive plays have been coming out by QTV as well in the top lane.
Definitely, definitely.
And then we saw in the fight earlier with BKT trying to tunneling, trying to get some of the kills on the SAJ. They failed to defend their bot inhibitor turret, and now they do have an exposed inhibitor for SAJ to go for. I mean, SAJ is so far ahead, honestly they can just close the game whenever they want. The Baron fight itself, I mean the Baron buff, that didn't really benefit them at all. They've already lost 3 Baron buffs on the side of SAJ, and I don't really know what to say. I mean, this game is...
I mean, when you're 20,000 gold ahead, your opponent can't really push out the base. It's effectively checkmate. It's a question of... Now it's a question of how much respect is Saigon Jokers going to show the Bangkok Titans? Are they just going to group up and say that we're just going to end the game, take the inhibitor turret, simply because that we just want to get this done and over with?
I don't know, maybe they heard that NFL decided to forfeit their game 1 and wants to give some of our GPL viewers a show here, so they just kind of play around with BKT in their own base. Now they're just going in for the inhibitor. I don't think Bangkok Titans will decide to engage onto this one. They are 20,000 gold behind. They have several core items behind their opponent, and I don't see BKT coming back from this one. Now let's see how many more flashy plays can SAJ actually accomplish within the next few minutes.
So actually the only thing going for Bangkok Titans at this point in time is that their mid laner has about a 10 CST over his lane opponent, but that's given that he's playing Ziggs and his opponent playing Fizz, and Lovida has definitely made up for that by going 4-1 and 4. And actually I find this inclusion of Lovida and the Saigon Jokers team really, really interesting. Like previously we saw on the side of AH Sports Club, we saw this combination of Westor and Mr. Albis. Mr. Albis will always play those very anchor, very team fighting centric champions such as Oriana and Gragas, and Westor will play the Assassins, he will play LeBlanc, he will play Riven and such things. So we might see something similar coming in here with Lovida being the Assassin specialist, and Optimus being the Ziggs, Oriana and Gragas player.
This is going to be quite interesting. I mean, I feel that the synergy coming out from SAJ, especially between SAJ safety as well as Lovida, has been quite crisp. You saw the dual rotation with the jungler and the mid laner going in and picking up a few kills onto the members of BKT who were in the jungle, in the bot lane, and that really allowed Lovida to kind of snowball his lane to its advantage.
We might actually see teams start to pick this up more often as having a second mid laner as well, one that specializes in the utility mid laners and one that specializes in assassins, simply because of how differently they lane and how differently they all play. I mean, you can't really say that LeBlanc and Gragas play very similarly. Both of them, the way that they play, the way they're going to position yourself in team fights, mechanically they're so different, and to be able to practice both of these champions at the same time is so taxing on the players. We might actually see more people. Wow,
okay,
QTV just tanking the tower and kicking it down.
He's gonna be one slippery champion to catch, and in the ball lane we actually do see a huge minion wave. He's gonna actually, if they leave that alone, it's gonna take down one of these side Nexus turrets. We do see Lloyd actually rotating, as well as actually Warlock rotating as well. They sent 3 members down to try to clear that wave. That Nexus turret is gonna go down. Lloyd doesn't even have enough damage to deal with the super minions at this point. And we do see that Summer Force getting spell shielded. by Archie, and Trezor just gets taken down immediately as well, along with Lloyd and now NDD. This is going to be the game, guys. SAJ will be able to pick up a clean kill from this one. Will any of the members die? Junie here taking one too many turret shots. Actually survives. He even has a Sunfire's cape in his inventory now. And it does seem that SAJ will just be able to clean up here once and for all. The second Nexus turret of the game will go down. And the first match of the day that's actually being played here, SAJ takes a victory over the Bangkok Titans.